Hi guys, in this class we will see formatting a document. In our previous class we have seen how to create a new document, how to save, how to open and how to close. We have seen text selection, we have seen editing the document and spell check we have seen. Now in this class we will go for a formatting a document. Formatting a document in the sense whatever the text document we have written already, okay, for that we are making certain changes. For example, we are adding headers, okay, footers, okay, if I want to headers and footers, and we are making certain changes to, we are formatting the styles of a text, or we are formatting a, or we are making certain changes to the paragraph. Those things we are called as a formatting. Okay, so now we will see what is the formatting a document. Now select any one text or one document I have selected here. See, this digital document has to be present for all the 5 pages. Okay, what I have to do, I have copied last time what I did, I copied digital documentation and I have pasted in a second page. Then for every page if I want, so I should not keep copying and pasting. For that purpose we are using a header. And if I want for each page, if I want a page number, so I don't want to mention here every at the bottom corner I have to type 1 2 3 4 like that. So I want to mention page numbers, and also I want to mention like the chapter name, and for each page. For that purpose we are using headers and footers. Okay, now what is a header? Header is a section of the document that appears on the top of the every page in the top margin area. Okay, so it may be consist of a certain text, or it may consist certain graphics also. Similarly, a footer is also appears at the bottom of every page, generally in the bottom margin. Okay, so these headers and footers are generally what purpose we are using to add a page number or chapter name or section titles, dates and authors and what etc. Okay, whatever things we want to be highlighted at each page, that can be used highlighted by using a header or footer options. Okay, now how to add header and footer, we'll see. First we have to go to format. In that we have to go to page option. Here in the page option there is a one dialog box will open, page style default. Here here in that what are the menus is there? See here, organizer is there, page is there, background is there, header is there, footer is there, borders is there, columns and footnote. Okay, now we'll go to header. Okay, now here there is a checkbox which is currently it is unchecked. I have to check it. Okay, so now everything has got highlighted. Okay, then if you want to give any margin spacing, see here it is appearing on the top, right? From the margins also you can place a header, how much distance has to be there. Here the spacing is given 0.20 inches. Okay, there should not be any gap between left margin or from a right margin. Okay, it is default, it is 0. If you want to give certain space, you can increase that one. Okay, see it, if you are increasing the left margin, it is changing. You can observe here closely. From here it was there up to matching this line, it has moved forward. Okay, it has went little bit forward. So again if I'll make it 0, see again it has come back to this line. Okay, it's matching now. So then right margin, if you reduce here, if you give certain, if you increase this number margin in the sense from the right corner how much gap must be there. See from the right corner if we are increasing, so it has get reduced from this marginal end. So again if I will make it 0 here, that is it will match us with the margin lines. Okay, then you can give OK. See here is the header. So if I want this digital documentation for every page, instead of typing here, if I type here, that is the digital documentation, you go to next page, this digital documentation will appear here also. If you go to third page, it appear here also, and if you go for each and every page, the header will be appeared on the topmost space located for the header. Okay, clear? Like that we can give the footer also. Okay, then if you want other way for inserting this header and footer is, we have to go for a insert. This is the one way, that is first what I did, I went to format, then page. In that page there is a header option and also footer option also. If you make it on, so even footer will also be visible. If you want to write something in it, you can write in that footer. Okay, clear? This is the one way to select header and footer. So another way is go to insert. Again in insert there is a header and footer is there. If you select header, okay, default it is there. It is asking for removing headers or footers, deletes the contents. Do you want to delete in this? Because it is already selected, now already we have mentioned this one. It is asking to delete. If you give yes, it will go deleted. If you give no, it will retain. Clear? Now this is about a header and footer. Okay, suppose if you mention anything at the corner here, if you are writing some author name for each page. Okay, suppose if I written author name and I have given author name as Wilson. Suppose if I will give any name. So this footer note, whatever I have written in the footer space, it is also be available for each page. See at the bottom, and you can specify the text position wherever you want. Say if you select this one, it is saying that it is left aligned. Okay, this is the center line, it will come to center. This is the right aligned. Okay, clear now? Now adding the fields in the header and footer also you will learn. If you want to insert any fields in the header and footer, what you have to do, you have to click in the header or footer box where you want to insert a field. This OpenOffice Writer provides various fields like date, time, page numbers, page count, subject, title, author or other fields. Okay, how we have to insert certain things in the header and footer. This is the text what I have written here. Okay, if I want to insert certain things into like page number, okay, whatever, if you want to insert, how you have to do, go to insert. In that insert, what we did, header and footer already we did, right? Now go to fields option. In that, if you want to insert page number, you can insert the page numbers. See here the page number as aligned. Okay, clear now? Okay, next, and if I want to, instead of, if I want to give the page count, okay, see 2 out of 6, total pages were 6, in that we are in a second page. Okay, that is the difference between page number and page count. Okay, then if you want to mention any subject or title or author name, or if you want to give the date will also get appeared here. Okay, so these are the certain predefined fields which are existing for header and footers. Then here there is given even the page numbers also. I already explained what are the options available for the fields. Date is there, time is there, page number, page count, subject, title, author, okay, etc. Then footnote and endnote, I explained this one also. Footnote and endnote are inserted in a document to explain the comment or provide the references for the textbook in a document. Here a footnote is placed at the end of the page in the document. As I said, it is placed at the end of the document, and an end note is placed at the end of the whole document. So whole document, wherever the, if you want to write something here, if you write in a one page, for all the pages it will get displayed, that is the footnote. Okay, whatever, if you want to give the author name, if you want to give the name, dates, okay, or times, and page numbers, whatever the fields you want to insert, you can insert. Okay, now if you want to insert something in a footer, there is a one more way to insert here. How we can insert? Here in a insert page, there is a header is there, footer is there, fields is there. Through field we have inserted certain things which are pre-defined. Okay, clear? Whatever we are writing as the headers and footer, it will be visible for all the pages. Okay, that you know. Next is formatting the text in a OpenOffice writer. Okay, so if you want to format the text, format in the sense, if you want to modify the text, it may be font of the text, size of or style of the text, color of the text, okay, and spacing, line spacing, okay, positioning of the paragraph, whatever, if you want to do the modification, you can modify using the format toolbar. So we have learnt headers and footers, how to add a value or write a text in a header, and how to insert a footer and footnote in the sense. So if you want to write for a particular page, at the bottom, if you write any bibliography or something that has to be located for that page, that we have to write some footnotes, okay, regarding something we have. If you see your textbook, wherever some text is there, and that if there is a at a prescription, if they will give certain value like 1, and for that it has to be there, it is there in a superscript format, and for that here at the bottom they will write 1 equals to, so they will write say maybe author name, or there is some amendments to particular act or something, they will write at the bottom of that page. Okay, that is the one what it's specify, those details they will write at the bottom. For that we will use the, what we will use, we will use the footnote. Okay, footer is for all the pages, footnote and endnote, footnote or endnote is nothing but for that particular page. Okay, if you write, it is asking, if you click on the footer note and endnote, it is asking, one dialog box will appear, it is asking for automatic or character, and here type is footnote or endnote. So click on OK. See here there is a one more line has appeared. Here you want to specify something regarding that page. Okay, wherever you highlighted, suppose underlined, or if you want to write something about that, you can write it here. Clear? Now we will go to formatting text. As I said, what we will do in the formatting, we are formatting means we are changing or we are doing certain modification to the existing text. Okay, so there is a separate format toolbar is also there below the standard toolbar. Okay, then how to make certain, in this what are the things are there, steps to make the text bold, or to make the text italic, and to underline the text. Okay, so what are these things? Here it is there, if you observe the format toolbar, footnote is there. Okay, style of the text is there. Okay, text style is there, text size is there. Okay, then here it is a bold, italic and underline. Clear? Then this is the superscript. See here I have written 1 here. Then if I want to make this as a superscript for that particular word, then I have to go to superscript. Okay, so it has got superscripted for that particular word. Now what's the first step here? They have mentioned here steps to make the text bold. I will sorry, how we will make text bold? First, select the text whichever you want to highlight, or if you want to make the bold. Suppose this is the line which I have to select first. Then go here. Here there is a bold, okay, letter written in B. You click on that. If it is deselected, okay, so there is no any blue square on that particular letter, then we will say that it is not selected. See, only it is visible, it is moving, but it is not selected. Now if you see the text, okay, it is not in a bold case, right? Suppose if you select the text and go to B, that is bold, you click on it, so it is get bold, and here this icon has pressed here, okay, that is B. This is the one way. Or if you want to make a bold, what you have to do, select the text, okay, select the text. Initially it is not in a bold, okay, so only this much is bold is there. We'll change that one. Now this complete paragraph, it is not bold, okay, it's a plain text is there. If you want to make it bold, what you have to do, you have to select the text first, then give the option bold or B, okay, just press it. Or another way is there, when it is not highlighted or it is not bold, just select the text whichever you want to make a bold, then press Ctrl B, okay, it will get bold. Then how to make the letters italic? Select the text, here the italic option is there, just press on it, okay, this is the one way. Or either you can do by pressing Ctrl and I, it will get italic, okay. Then third one is underline. How we will do underline? Beside italic there is the underline button is there, you just press it, okay. If blue boxes are visible, or we are feeling that the B, I and I are pressed, okay, now it is showing it is bold, it is italic, and even it is underlined, okay, this text sentence, okay. Now default formatting. What is default formatting? It is used to clear the formatting such as bold, italic, underline, font face, font size, superscript and subscript, etc. for the selected word. To clear the formatting and apply the default formatting, we have to select the text first and click on the format menu. Then we can specify default formatting option, or we can press Ctrl plus M, okay, we have to press Ctrl plus M, okay, understood. What is formatting? If we made any changes, suppose for this text, okay, whatever the text is there here, what I did, I made it is bold, italic I made, and underline, okay, I did all these things. Now if I want to, these text should be there in the default style and size and format, whatever it may be. Then for that, what we have to do, we have to unclick on the bold, italic and underline. This is the one way. Or what I have to do, we have to go to format menu, in that format menu we have to choose default formatting. What we have to choose? Default formatting, okay, select the text, go to format, give default formatting. So this is the default formatting, okay. Here it is the size of the text is 12 and style of the text is style new Roman, okay. Whatever we have made any modifications or formatting the text, that has to be replaced with the style our default format, okay, which is already exist. How we will do? We have to go to format, right? We have to go to format. In that we have to select default formatting. Clear, guys? I hope it is clear. Then we'll go to next step, that is the text formatting. What is the text formatting? Text formatting in the sense that we want to change the style of the text, okay, or font of the style, that is called as the text formatting. So in the text formatting, how we have to do? First we have to select the text whichever I want to change the size of the text or style of the text, whatever it may be. Next we have to go to formatting toolbar, select the size from the font size, okay. Here in this, what are the options available here? This is the format menu. We have to go to formatting toolbar. This is the formatting toolbar, right? There I can go to text size, whatever the text I want I can select, or I can select the text style. If I want to select the text, suppose I'll give body empty. So this is the spacing or text styles, okay. Then if I want to change the font type, that is the style, as I said, this is the style of the text, or we can also call it as the font type, okay. If I want to change the font size, I am selecting here 16. Previously it was 14. Now I am changing to the 22, okay. Clear? This is the text formatting, okay. Now what is the steps to change the font type or style? First select the text whichever you want to change. Then on the formatting toolbar we have to click on the font drop down list. This is the font drop down list. We are changing the font size, font size here. Then if I want to change the font color, how to change the font color? If I want to change the font color, okay, how to change the font color? Then whatever the font you want to change the color, select the font, okay, or text or paragraph you want to change. Then on the formatting toolbar there is a font color. Here there is the eyeliner, this is the background color, this is the font color is there. Click on it, and if you want to select whichever color you want, you can just select that. It has been changed to that color. Clear now? Then this is the one way. So how to do another way? Just click on the or select the text you want to change the color, then click on the format menu. In that we have to go to character. What we have to select in this? We have to select the character. You will get another dialog box there which is appeared. Here there is it is asking for, now it is asking, see, what is the western text font, what is the font effects. Then font effects I have selected as a red. Suppose instead of red, if I'll give blue, okay. Font color I change to blue. Then position I can change, I can give the hyperlink, or I can change the background color, whichever I want I can specify. If I'll give OK, see, now see, this the background color has changed. If I want to change the background color, here select this, you can say no fill, okay. Now see, this is the text I have selected. Here if we will give no fill, it will go. Even the font color also I have changed, okay. Now So this is about changing the font color. Then superscript and subscript. What is superscript? If you have seen any mathematical, if I'll write x square, okay, if you write simply x and square, how it will look? See here, if I'll write here something x 2. See, it looks like this, right? Okay, it is not like that it is x square, okay, it looks differently, x into 2 it looks, okay. So if I want to make a 2 as a superscript or the power of that particular letter, so I have to select that first, whichever I want to make a superscript, okay. Then what I have to do? I have to go to superscript option, which is present on the formatting toolbar. Just click on it, it will move to superscript. Clear? Then what is the subscript now? This is normally seen in the chemical formula where some characteristics are written on slightly lower level with the normal text. Suppose there is a NaCl2 is there. This is superscript. Or suppose if I write sodium chloride, NaCl2 is there, okay, that has to be there for the subscript. So in order to apply for the subscript, what I have to do? I have to select the text, okay, here only superscript is there, there is no subscript here. Then what I have to do? I have to go to format menu, I have to go to format menu. In that format menu, I have to go to characters. Here in that we are having a menu called position. Here the superscript is there, normal is there, subscript is there. So select the subscript and give OK. Here now see, this is the 2 which was there normally, then it has went to subscript, okay. So this is called subscript. Clear now? So superscript and subscript is clear. Now if I want to change the case, that is if I want to, I have written already here, see, I written positioning, I want to change this case, that is this is a smaller letter, right? If I want to change to uppercase letter, how I have to change? Clear now? Or if I want to do all the letters are uppercase letter, that is the capital letters. For that what we have to do? We have to first select the text whichever I want to change, then we have to go to format menu. In that format menu we have to click on the menu called change case. See here there is a sentence case is there, lower case is there, upper case is there, capitalize every word is there, toggle case is there. If I will give uppercase, na, see that positioning which was there in a smaller case letter, it has become now uppercase letter, okay. Clear now? Then highlighting the text, if I want to write, say here I have written here, imagine this is, okay, something I have written here, that is I have made it as a underline and italic, okay. Again if I want to highlight it, then I have to go for a highlighting. Here whichever the color you want, you can take that color, okay, it has got highlighted. Clear now? It has got highlighted. This is the one way, that is the from formatting toolbar we can select the highlighting option, okay. Then so this is about highlighting. Then we have a bulleting and numbers list. Then what we have? We have bulleting and numbers list. So bulleting and numbers means I explained in the first class itself what is bulleting and what is numbering, okay, I explained, right? So what is bulleting and numbering? There is a suppose I have written certain things here, imagine these are all the separate points. If I want to make it as a point wise, okay, then I am using the option called bulleting and numbered list. Okay, suppose if I write certain, if I write say hobbies, and suppose if I write team players, if I write any team, or if I write flowers names, suppose if I write flowers. Okay, this is my main heading. In that I'll write, suppose lotus I'll write. Okay, then tiger, lotus I have written, right? Then lily I have written. Okay, or orchid I have written. These are the flowers. Okay, if I want to write certain animals names, again I'll write animals. Okay, now I'll write certain animal names here, like tiger, I'll make it small letter, tiger is there, lion is there, okay, cheetah is there. I've written certain names here, that's it. Okay, whatever you want to do, you can do that one. Now if I want to make these things as a numbered, see this is the main headlines, right? Okay, if I want to give numbers to this, what I have to do? I have to select the text wherever I want to give numbering, then here numbering is there, numbering on off is there, bullets on off is there. Just click on the numbering, so you will get a numbers. Okay, or if you want a bullets, you can select, it will change into bulleting. Okay, this is the one way to change. Clear? Then another way to change it, there is a in go to format, in that bulleting and numbering is there. Here you can select the different shapes or different numbers. Okay, or even sub options is also there. Okay, if you give whatever the shapes you want, you can select here. Okay, clear now? You can use the different options, whatever what are all the present is there in a bullet and numbering. You can change one by one, and you can practice while doing your practical session. You can practice more number of the bullets and formats, sorry, bullets and numberings. Okay, those things you can use. Suppose see, if I written something, you just go to next line, if you press enter, you will get that as a separate sentence. Clear now? Okay, I hope you are understood now. Clear? Now see, this is about a bulleting and numbering. So what is this bullet? If I say bullet, what is this bullet? It is a dot or any other symbol that is placed before the text, such as if you write any sentences or if you write any items in a list. Okay, those we call it as a bullets, where you will create bulleted and numbered list by adding tabs, or multi-level bullets or numbering can also be set in that bullet and numbering. Next, this is about a text formatting. Now we will go to paragraph formatting. So whatever you did now so far for text, so same thing if I want to do for certain paragraphs. Say this is complete, it is a paragraph. For complete effect I have to give for a paragraph, then what I have to do? I have to just select the paragraph. If I want to make it as a bold, I can make it as a bold, or italic I can make, or I can make a underline also. Or if I want to go in terms of a position, see here it is a left aligned. If I want it has to be center aligned, if we will give the center alignment, the text is selected or aligned from the center. If you give left aligned, it will be aligned to the left. Or if you give the justified, okay, you will get a justified format of the paragraph. Okay, so these are the different options available for the paragraphs to modify. Clear now? Okay. Now there is a one more option, or just one more topic is there, that is the setting alignment through the paragraph dialog box. How you have to do this one? Select the paragraph, go to format menu, in that paragraph is there. Here also whatever you are doing here in a formatting toolbar, those things again it is displayed here. That is the indents and spacings. Before the text how much space is there from the border, after the text how much space has to be there. Okay, here preview will be visible here. Okay, then spacing above the paragraph how much space has to be there, below the paragraph how much space has to be there, then line spacing how much has to be there, then alignment what you given here justified. Here also right aligned is there, right aligned it will be visible like this, left aligned it will be visible like this. Okay, center, okay, the text is started writing from the center, okay, that is called as a center. Then text flow is there automatically, okay, automatically is there. Breaks, if you want to insert something you can insert here, page break or something. Outline and numbering, if you want to give the number style you can give the list 1, list 2 like that. Okay, outline level, there is the body text level 1, level 2, you can select a different option from here. Then there is the tabs, okay, there is a left to right to centered decimal. Okay, all these things we can make the changes using the paragraph dialog box from the format menu. Clear now? Then, so if I want to align the text using the horizontal ruler, for that what I have to do? There is a left, right, centering, or this is called as a tab selector. At the left of the ruler it is there until it displays the type of the tab that you want to change. Okay, suppose it will visible, it will show that how the text is formatted here. Okay, or if you want which desired shape you want, for that what I have to do? Click the ruler where you want to set the tab stops. Okay, if you want to set wherever you want to set, you can select that position. Okay, where you want, from where it has to be started. Okay, see, if you give left align, here it is, from here it is starting. Okay, now when you press the tab key in the document, the cursor will stop at the position marked by you on the ruler. So if you press here, okay, if you press whatever position you will mention here, so for that position the cursor will be placed. Clear now? So using a paragraph dialog box, using the format menu, how we can do? Go to format, then go to paragraph. In that paragraph there is a tabs option is there. Here it is a left aligned, you can specify here, and here there is a spacing also, how much space is there for left or right or centered or decimal. Okay, whatever the space is there, that will also display here. Okay, you can select the space, desired space. Clear now? That is the using ruler how we can set here. Clear now? Okay. So this is about the setting the alignment through the paragraph dialog box. Next, borders and background. So before borders and background there is another topic is there, that is the setting indentation. What is indentation? That is the space or the distance between the text boundaries and the page margins is known as the indent. Okay, the space or the distance between the text boundaries and the page margin is known as the indent. You can set by dragging the indents from the ruler or by using the format menu, adjusting the indent setting from the paragraph dialog box. Okay, you can increase or decrease the indent. See here, this is the whatever I am dragging here, these are the indents. One is for a text, another one is for a, see here I can place here, I am dragging it towards left, the text is moving here, right? Clear? This is the indents, means there is a gap between whatever the page border is there, from that how much space has to be there for the text. Okay, so how I can do, I can specify either I can drag here or I can go to format. In that format I have to go to paragraph, paragraph dialog box will be appeared. Then in that you can change the tabs, outlines, numbers, text flow or indents and spacing. Here indents and spacing, see here before text how much gap has to be there and after text how much gap has to be there, that will be specified. See, if you increase that from the border or before the text, it is certain gap, how much you have specified, that much gap is placing. Okay, so if you don't want any gap, you can decrease the spacing. Okay, so that is indents and spacing. Okay, before text what it will do, it controls the space in your selected unit of measurement between the left margin of the page and the leftmost part of the paragraph area. Okay, then entering the negative values result in the text starting on the left of the margin. If you give any negative values here, it will come beyond this margin, whatever the margin is there. If you reduce this one, it will come out of that particular margin. Clear now? See, digital documentation, this is the margin for the header. So I given negative value, that's why it has come out of that particular margin. Okay, so if you give after the text, again it is same, it controls the space in your selected unit of measurement between the right margin and the text. Okay, how much space has to be there, that will decide by the left before text and after text. First line means entering a positive value in the box increases the indentation for the first line, while the negative value makes the first line start to the left. So that is positive indent for the paragraph, means this is the paragraph, right? So if you give the indentation space in the format, where we have to change, we have to go to format, then we have to go to page, in where we have to change, we have to go to format. In that format menu, select the paragraph. If you want to make any changes, that is the for a paragraph spacing or for a first line, if you increase the spacing, what will happen? See, for a first line in the sense paragraph first line, how much distance you will specify. If I give 0.73 inches from the margin, it will select, see in the first line this much space, how much space I have given in the indent and spacing, that much space is given for the first line of that particular paragraph. Okay, so before text, after text and first line. If you give automatic, there is one more option called automatic, that what it will do, checking this box allows the writer to automatically control the indentation on the first line. Okay, it will automatically control if you give the automatic option. Okay, here there is a preview. When you go to format, then when you go to paragraph, here the whatever changes you are making na, so that will be specifying or observing here in the preview box. Okay, clear now? If you give any automatic, it will take the default values and it will select for the each value. Okay, then there is another topic which is called as a next topic is borders and background. So these are the useful tools in the paragraph dialog box. In a background and borders are the useful tools which are using in paragraph. Okay, here in the paragraph dialog box, here you will get a paragraph, there is a border. Okay, so border in this is, here you can observe, here see, this is the border line is there for that page. So here the size of the border is also visible. Okay, we can change the size of the border also. So to select the paragraph border, what I have to do? I have to go to format, then go to paragraph. In the paragraph dialog box, there is a borders. Okay, tab is there, and select the desired line arrangement. Whatever the line you want, you can select that one. That is shape. Okay, and position also you can specify. And if you mention the merge with the next paragraph, for the next paragraph also it will specify that margin. Okay, then you can select the thickness of the margin also. Then if you want to add a shadow to your border, select the shadow position and color from the shadow style. Here is the shadows. If you want any shadow style, it is visible preview also, you can specify that one also. Okay, then what I have to do? Then press on OK. Here see, this is the border which is appearing for this particular paragraph. Okay, so whichever border you want to draw for this particular paragraph, go to paragraph, select the border, and you can select the thickness, and you can select the color also, then you specify OK. You will get a border for that particular paragraph. Okay, now here see, this is the border which I have drawn here. Okay guys, now so I selected paragraph and I have changed the paragraph style also. Here I am giving the border position I can also give. I can use the merge with the next paragraph also. Okay, that will take for the next paragraph. Here there is a default style is there, you can select the whichever style you want. Previously when I did, okay, only one side has been selected, because depending upon the shape was selected here. See here, now it is showing that all the borders are selected. You can change the color also. Then if you apply here, whatever the cursor I have placed here, for this here is the border is created. If you want for this particular paragraph, you have to select that particular paragraph, then again go to paragraph, and whichever color you want to add, you can add the color, and you can specify the border also. It is setting for all the borders, and you can give the thickness of that for that also. And you can, if you want a position, or you can change the shadow also, then if you give OK, you will get a border for that particular paragraph. Clear? To set the background to that particular paragraph, if you want to see, paragraph is this paragraph is having the background color as white. If you want to change the background color, then what I have to do? Select the paragraph first. Okay, select the paragraph first, and the paragraph box, in the paragraph there is a option called background. Click on the background tab. So if you click on the background tab, it is asking for the color. Okay, whichever color you want to specify, here the colors will specify, you can select that particular color. So before that, first what I do, I have to select the paragraph wherever you want to add the background. Go to format, select the paragraph. In the background you can select the color also, then specify OK. You will get the paragraph background color. Okay, then next topic is there, that is the page formatting. So far what we did text formatting, we did paragraph formatting, then there is the page formatting is also there. That page formatting and inserting symbols and tables, okay, we will see in the next class. Okay guys, I hope you have understood. If you have any doubt, just go through the video one more time, or wherever you want to write down the steps, you just listen step by step and write down your notes. Clear so far? Okay guys, thank you.